Hey, howdy, and hello, and welcome to The Crazy Train, the comedy podcast with no rails. I'm your host, Rob Wade, and I'm joined, as always, by Blake Harmer.
Howdy, partner.
Hello there. Omer Ibrahim.
I've come through the gate.
And Sarah Crouch.
How do you tell if you're a Horcrux? Because I think I might be a Horcrux.
Right.
Well, let's answer the first part of the word first. Have you ever taken money for sex?
Yes, and also for taking people's souls.
You're a Horcrux, mate.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's...
Sorry about
Also,
that.
I taste salt all the time. Oh,
You might have two things. How's everybody doing? We all good?
Yeah, not bad.
No, I'm
Yeah?
a Horcrux.
You're apart from that.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm the embodied soul of somebody else. How do you think I
Yeah,
feel?
apart from the disembodied item designed to keep people immortal, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Just a
Other
vessel.
than having no will of my own and existed purely for the will of someone else. Yeah, great, fine. No,
At
just
least
feel.
I'm not a necklace or a book.
Small mercies.
Could be worse, could be a snake.
This is true.
If Blake could choose, he'd be a book.
Yeah. A book about red shirts. So for
Isn't
those...
that a catalogue?
Yes. Hello and welcome to Blake's Red Shirt Catalogue.
I really want to see that as like a QVC.
Yeah.
Inside this
We can make that
four-page
happen
book,
as a YouTube thing, maybe.
you'll find precisely one picture of a red shirt in 4 different poses.
I thought you were going to say in 4 different colours.
And just to change things up a bit, we also have burgundy.
Yes, knew you were going to say burgundy.
All right, we're getting into the J.J. Abrams Star Trek there.
Indeed. So for those who've never heard the show before, you probably just got a taste of what you're in for from
Yeah,
the
that was
intro
a hard
here.
intro for you.
So the theme of the show is there is no theme. So we sit around the table, 4 to 6 friends,
Yep.
depending on how many people there are and whether we're
Friends.
friends. And we just shoot the breeze, chat some shit,
Yeah.
cuss up a storm. So if that sounds like your sort of thing,
If
then
you like fucking swearing.
if you like fucking swearing and
Or Harry Potter.
or Harry Potter
Or fucking Harry Potter.
Or red shirts or gates.
or gates or catalogues,
Books.
maybe books, yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, the thinking man's catalogue.
Do you think...
Books are just a catalogue of knowledge, right?
Yeah. So if you think that's for you, then jump on board. We'd love to have you on with us. So yeah.
You literally
Let's-
have to jump on board because it does not stop at the station.
This is true, and also obviously there are no rails, so don't be surprised if it just randomly comes through a forest.
I'll have to manually inspect you for tickets, though.
Yeah, he's thorough but fair.
Do you feel
Yes.
that...
Then you're not a Horcrux.
Yeah, you let yourself down, Joe.
Yeah,
Do
not
you
a
feel
balloon.
that red
pushed
shirt...
it by your own petard.
Damn it.
Do you feel that red shirts would do better if they actually had Horcruxes?
Yeah, they definitely come back from
Well, yeah,
being
they
dead
just-
more
yeah.
often.
Yeah,
It's
there'd be a meat fodder and they'd just throw
That
them
would
out,
be-
meat shield, and then they'd
Yeah.
just come back through the Horcrux.
That was the-
This is a compelling theory
Yeah.
because the same actor got used over and
Red
over again
shirts
for a red
are
shirt.
a Horcrux for William Shatner.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, maybe that's real then.
And to be clear, I'm not saying
definitely
Kirk. I'm saying William Shatner.
Oh, I
famous-
thought it was, welcome to the Enterprise, into the room, please.
Get in the meat
the
grinder.
famous space explorer,
William Shatner.
William Shatner.
I'm going to put my soul in you.
That would if there's some sort of weird light year differential, then maybe that would explain his cadence. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, he's
I'm
talking.
from an alternate universe.
4 of us are speaking at the same time.
To me, this is perfectly fluid.
It'd be interesting to see if the
Come,
noise gate.
Nagini.
Mr. Spock, come here. I've got an interesting new catalogue. It's got 4 red shirts in.
That sounds delightful, Captain.
And 1 burgundy.
Name's Ron.
Audrey.
Go back to your home on Poor Island 4.
Or the island of Get to Fuck.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously the big news for me
Yep.
is I got engaged
Big
last
news.
weekend.
Hey.
Yeah. So
Well done.
yeah,
If she liked it, then she definitely put a ring on it.
she did. Well, I did it first. But she,
Well, it's
in many
not a
ways,
race.
she followed my example. Well, no, I
Well, no,
just
see,
care
if
about
she'd also-
doing it blurst.
because of course you did it for. If she'd done it simultaneously, that knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So that'd be a bit.
Well, hold that thought.
So no, this is what I was because
Oh,
there was.
no.
I remember listening to another podcast once. There was a guy talking about
What?
proposing to his missus. I know there are
Right.
other podcasts.
Yeah.
And he said like, it's one thing to surprise your partner with a proposal.
Yes.
But they
Sex.
shouldn't be surprised that it happens.
Yes.
Like the ones where people get down on one knee and they get a no.
Mhm.
Like your relationship is
obviously
not
never-
at the point where you know each
Obviously
other
never
enough
had that chat.
to you
Everyone has
don't
the
know
chat,
that you want to
right?
get married.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know if I proposed to my girlfriend now, she would say yes.
Okay.
Like It wouldn't come as a surprise to me.
Up yourself much?
There's many women.
Hey,
that
if I
would say
proposed
yes
to any of
me.
your girlfriends, they'd say yes.
Look at this guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You can't have my blow up dolls.
Oh.
Or his Horcruxes.
Your Horcrux dolls.
Yeah. There's
popped
the
the Horcrux
Cruxes, they're horse.
Imagine the Horcrux dolls as like some people from Harry Potter, but lined up like the Pussycat
Why
dolls.
did we
Yeah.
call them Horcruxes?
Because Horcrouching is what they do when you throw change on the floor.
This is true.
Or if you want to steal a big bottle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, these are both facts. As much as they're not lies.
Could be a small bottle, but you need tighter grip.
I know. That's how you steal a bar stool as well.
You put it in leg first or seat first?
Widthways.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just all I meant. Church pew.
I ever tell the story on the air of the guy, a friend of mine who stole a chair from a pub.
No.
Yeah. So basically, he got the hump. He alleged he
You said he got a chair.
No, he did. This is spoilers. So we went to the pub, obviously as you do, to have drinks and chat and
that's-
socialise.
If you don't know what pubs are.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for those unfamiliar with the concept of pubs, they're a bit like bars for those in the States. Although they probably got pubs now. Everything's
totally.
For the States, it's probably a hipstery thing.
Probably.
Yeah. So we went to this pub, and I can't remember if it was the night that they told the DJ I was 18, so that we could go there and drink more. What happened?
Scratch just took a crisp out of the bag and just threw it back in. He just pulled it out of the packet, didn't even bring it far out of the packet, just threw it back in with this decided I didn't want that one.
Nah, mate.
It was an Ewok. I didn't want it.
Oh, that's the secret shape.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so we've got a packet of Star Wars crisps.
Hang on, sorry.
And
Pop Chips Galactic Puffs.
Exactly. Other Star Wars related crisps are probably not available.
Pop
Maybe.
chips are good.
right.
And he's bought there's a secret shape, and you've evidently just found out it was an Ewok. 'Cause
Didn't want to fucking eat though, did I?
Don't want no fucking secret shape.
Keep your secret shape. Last secret shape I
Ewoks
saw.
for the Last Jedi confirmed. Hashtag Crouch Zero.
Last secret shape I saw was my Horcrux in the mirror.
Yeah. I know she hates being called that. Anyway, so how did we get to this? The pub.
went to the pub,
So we went
yeah.
to the pub, and a friend of mine got shirty about the bartender, and he said
you got a shirt, a hump, and a bar.
I know, right? He made out like a bandit. He was
Made
convinced.
out with a bandit.
A one-arm bandit doesn't count, mate.
That time you fucked a quiz machine.
Ka-chung. This knob goes right. What's
Keep
the story?
the change.
How old are the
You
gambling
filthy
machines
animal.
in this place?
So we went to this. So we were drinking at this pub, and my friend took a dislike to the barman, and he will probably insist to this day that it was race motivated. I think it was just he could be a bit of a dick. So
Your
there's that.
bodybuilder friend.
No, a different friend. No, I didn't know him then. So this is a while ago now. It's like 15 years ago.
Bodybuilders don't drink.
That's true. Actually, they probably don't.
Some do.
Whey
Some
protein,
do.
whey protein beer.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe.
Steroid gin.
It's like slow gin, but with steroids.
Yeah. It's Gordon Ramsay's.
It shrinks your dick. Even if you're a woman.
Especially
It
if
grows
you're
you
a
a
woman.
massive dick and then shrinks it.
It gives you a dickerus.
So
like a clitoris.
Is that
anyway,
like a book for finding out the names of different penises?
Oh, it's Blake, he knows books.
Yeah. I've got 4 dicks, all red. What joke are we on again?
You should probably go to the doctor's, mate.
yeah,
You've got
seriously.
more than one dick. Well, that joke jumped the shark.
It really did. Plus novel.
I can only assume 3 of them are Horcruxes.
So
Stab 3 and find out.
so
You
we're,
fucking do it.
so we're at the pub, and he takes his dislike to the barman. So at the end of the night, we go out to there's a kebab shop across the road. So we all wanted some chips or something or whatever. Obviously there's a
That's
spread
what you
can
get from a kebab shop.
yeah, chips or kebab. Some people wanted kebab, some people wanted chips, some people wanted burgers, and this is somewhere we can get the lot.
Some people ordered a 3-course meal.
Some people did. They found wanting unless they were happy with was it
Chips,
rumbaba?
kebab.
Rumbaba for a dessert.
rumbaba,
Yeah.
yeah.
That means drunk daddy.
Really?
Yeah, well, it means
Okay.
rumbaba, rum daddy, but it means drunk daddy.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So he, on his way out, picked up one of the bar chairs and just walked off with it. And we were standing outside, ready to cross the road, and this bloke comes out of the pub and is like, all right, put that chair back.
Yeah, what really can you do?
Yeah.
It's one of those scenarios, isn't it? Where you're like,
It's not your chair.
You can sit on it
I brought it with me.
and say, what chair?
I'm floating.
Bastard.
I found this here in the middle of the
This
A2.
is my seeing eye chair, you insensitive prick. It helps me go through doors. Not as good as diabetes alert dogs. We walk up when you got ice cream, just slap it out of your hand and go, no, no, bad. Anyway, so
I thought a diabetes alert dog just warns you when there are diabetics around. I don't know what good it would do.
over there.
Thanks, dog. You're creepy.
Throw Snickers at him. So, no, he's got an allergy too. It's a twofer. So,
And he's got asthma. Fuck. How is this guy still walking?
Also, I'm a talking dog.
don't you have more questions?
I want to fuck that thing.
You're gonna fuck that thing, chew that thing, and piss on that thing.
Donnie, that's a blade of grass. Yeah.
Donnie the diabetic dog. Let's write that book for kids.
Make it a t-shirt. Fuck it.
I don't want to fuck a
We
t-shirt.
can do t-shirts now. We've got t-shirts now.
Yeah, we have.
This is new. This is new since last time.
It is.
So people can go to tpublic.com and search for Emotionally 14 and they can buy t-shirts of the Crazy Train. They can buy a Red Shirt Blake t-shirt, which is just called Dream Big.
A few ideas today.
Today that may find their way to the store in the not too distant future. Anyway, engagement. So crazy. That's what we do.
That's a long intro.
Indeed.
Can't even tell his own engagements.
I know.
Yeah.
Without getting derailed. So I'll go back a little bit further. So we'd had the chat, obviously, like you say, it's something you do at some
It
point.
shouldn't be a complete shock.
No, exactly.
That's when you get a no.
We'd had a chat
in a football stadium.
Yeah, exactly. Or at a baseball game or something. Like, obviously we'd have to travel a long
you had to
old fucking
specify
way.
a different sport.
Yeah.
just to make
I tried my best.
Yeah, nice one. Do you know any other sports?
Arse hockey.
I've heard arse hockey.
Yeah,
So you
arse
get the-
hockey.
Oh, I do like
I've
to
only
puck.
watched Australian ice hockey.
Oh, fucking arse hockey.
Arse hockey.
Arse hockey,
They don't
mate.
even have
I fucking love arse
They don't
hockey.
even have arse in Australia.
No arse, just arse.
I want to ask you a question. Do you have arse here?
I'd like loads of arse in my cock.
I'm a cocky cola. And a white wine spritzer.
Maybe that's why that bartender didn't like your mate.
Maybe.
Kept asking for arse in his cock.
I'm sorry.
No, I need more arse.
You're not supposed to
right
go
to the brim.
You're not supposed to go up to the bar and ask for that. You're
This
supposed
slush
to-
puppy has got too much arse in it.
What kind of frappuccino do you call this? You even heard of fucking arse?
I haven't seen this much arse since the Venga Boys video.
Where they're going to eat pizza or something. I misheard.
A good party that was.
It was a good party. In the Mediterranean Sea. So we'd had the talk a while back, and obviously it was in my head that I would be doing it. So my original plan, our anniversary's in a couple of weeks at the time of recording. I was going to do it around then. So, and then she
So you
mentioned,
can't forget what day it
Yeah,
was.
Well, if you
That's
do
why
it-
me and my girlfriend
You
started going
joke.
out on New Year's
yeah,
Day.
you joke is it's so that Jen doesn't have to remember 2 days.
Yeah,
I'm such a bastard because my first thought was combining days means less presents.
totally.
Yeah,
Do it.
it's true.
Yeah, if you, by the way, like it's October now, so if you do have somebody in your life you don't like, start being a cunt to them now so it doesn't look like it's just about presents.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, but
good
some
shout.
people buy Halloween presents, so I mean, this
Oh,
is
let
too
people,
fucking
let
late.
people see it kind of spiraling downwards now.
Yeah, just
Slowly,
it started in
over
October,
time.
so it probably wasn't about Christmas presents.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you
yeah.
won't look like as much of a cunt as you're actually being.
That's fair. Yeah. So we'd had this chat. and-
Because you might have to go around your friends on Christmas Day. It might have been snowing and you'll slip on some arse.
Welcome to 50 Degrees of Cunt.
Got 4 shirts.
Anyway, so and then I'd originally planned to do it in October, and then something happened that made me pull my plans forward. So at this point, I'd already chosen a ring and put a deposit down, and I was going to hold off on it and just keep it in my locker at work or something, out of the way, and then bring it home sort of nearer the time. And then we went out. I gave her a lift somewhere, and we were we sat in the car park waiting for her friends to turn up, and she said, "By the way, if you're ever thinking of doing proposal somewhere like this, don't do it." We were also in Sittingbourne, so she might have just done that.
Yeah, no, totally.
I wouldn't have done it in
Sittingbourne is a
Sittingbourne.
shithole.
It is. This is true.
Sittingbourne.
If you live in Sittingbourne, I
All right.
apologise both for the fact that we're insulting your town and also the fact that you live there.
Also,
Sorry
you
about
know,
both.
if
I
you
can
live
only do
there-
one thing about one.
If you live there, you're not really living.
Yeah.
It's kind of being.
It's like
If
you
you
know,
live there, Is it really living?
No, it's not. Take a good, hard look at yourself. Look in the mirror now.
You're a Horcrux.
Look at you. You probably listen to this on some kind of electrical.
There.
Sittingbourne
You
is
probably
my Horcrux.
you probably listen to this on like a phone or a tablet
This
or a
entire
laptop.
town.
Yeah.
Make the screen go dark and just look at your reflection. Look at it seriously. Look at the background of your reflection. You're in fucking Sittingbourne.
Is there anywhere
shambles.
nice that begins with S, really? We've got Sittingbourne, we've got Struth
Yeah, there's nowhere
Or
else.
in the entire.
in the entire world.
Yeah.
Australia, where we keep slipping on arse.
I slipped on my arse on that arse.
Sheppy.
There you go.
We've got Sheppy, Shin S in Sheppy. So
Yep,
yeah,
there you
fuck
go,
that
see?
nonsense.
So we were in Sittingbourne, and she said, if you're going to propose anywhere like this, just don't do it.
Fuck
And I
right.
thought on my feet, and I went, you always tell me where I'm not allowed to do it, and you've never told me once where would be acceptable.
Nice.
Thinking if she says something that sort of is achievable.
Prague.
Well, no,
they want
that's
you to-
Australia.
yeah,
They want you to guess, though, right?
yeah, a deadly game,
That we
Deadly
play as we
game.
live.
deadly game.
What a wicked thing
The deadly game.
to do.
We play as we live our lives.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah,
of Wicked Prayer. I think.
Chris Isaak's deadly game.
I'd play it.
It's that time he became a murderer for a brief period in the 80s.
Game to play.
Crazy legal disclaimers. Chris Isaak never murdered anyone to our knowledge. Moving on.
What better is a fucking siren to prove it?
Here come the roses to take Chris Isaak away.
That wasn't the sound effect we
Quick,
edited in.
It was a mistake. Come back.
At last.
Yeah. At last, Chris Isaac's in prison where he belongs. I don't know.
That's the sound of queer size.
I suppose.
Driving home for Christmas. I just killed my family.
Slipped on some ass.
Christmas.
So she says, she mentioned a particular beach that's up in Norfolk, and my brain went, "Ooh, we're going to Norfolk in a couple of weeks," and I hadn't planned to do anything there, but actually, I think I will. So, you okay? Sorry, just you had your hands over your nose. I thought you might sneeze.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
He was praying.
He's praying.
He was just trying to hide his face.
He's very
Okay.
religious, remember? He was just, God, make them see the
He is the
dinosaurs
last
weren't real.
creationist.
Yeah.
Something about pies.
Yeah.
I don't get that joke.
It's before my time, and yet I still
It's
make
before my
it.
time.
I was there. I don't get it.
It's BC before Crouch.
Yeah.
Before crust.
Yeah, true.
Before
Before
Crux.
stuffed crust.
Yeah.
Stop committing fucking crimes while we're recording, you cunts!
Fucking
Yeah,
Chris.
fuck you, Chris.
Inconsiderate pricks. Anyway, so she mentions this beach in Norfolk, and I'm like, right, you know what? I'm going to bring all my plans forward 3 weeks because I didn't have a concrete plan for later on in the month as it was. So I thought, why not? I'll be smart about it.
Change my calendar for you.
So, in the meantime, I'd bought a new camera. So I said, when we go to Norfolk, can we go to the beach? And she went, why? I was like, because I want to try
We
out
all know
my...
you're afraid of sand, Rob.
It's
You and
coarse and
Anakin
irritating
both.
that gets everywhere. Now, excuse me, I've got some youngings to murder.
Might give just be a hug.
Oh, like every trip
if
to
by
Norfolk.
hug you mean cauterized limbs.
Get hugged.
Get hugged. So I bought this camera and I said, I want to go to the beach and use this camera. And apparently that's when she started to suspect that,
Oh, she did twig a little.
she
Yeah.
twigged a bit. So, yeah, hold that thought. So we go up to Norfolk, take my camera with me in the bag and all that, and grab all my bits. And I put the ring box in the camera bag. And so I haven't got a proper camera bag. So this is just like a satchel with my
A
camera,
camera
stuff
in it.
Yeah,
Therefore, a camera bag.
yeah, camera contained within a bag.
Yes.
Yeah, thrilling, I know.
No.
Schrodinger's lens, why not? Also lean forwards, but yeah, sound design 101.
Schrodinger's lens.
Thank you.
Can you edit that back in?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I'll
already?
I'll edit it out and in somehow. Schrodinger. There you go.
Schrodinger's with my content.
Schrodinger's edit.
Fuck.
If
Now, I
you
knew
put
that
a
sound.
podcast in a box, is it in or out?
Yeah, exactly. So we went down on we travelled up on the Friday.
Tell us what you did once you... Oh, you didn't go down
obviously
on
had
that
to. Yeah, obviously had to keep the inbox hidden away until that point. So I put it in my camera the satchel with my camera in, and we walk over to the beach. So we get to the beach. I pull the camera out, take a couple of photos. The battery fucking dies.
Nice.
So I was like, right, well, that's one pretense down and dusted. So I'm going to have to think on my
You have
feet.
to charge it in the
Why are we
sand.
here now?
Exactly, yeah. She said, oh, that's a shame. We're just going to have to. I was like, no, we'll carry on
Take
walking. That's
photos with
fine.
our eyeballs.
So, yeah, exactly. Some people call them memories.
No, that's breasts.
I
It
love
is.
memory.
Yeah, I've never seen a pair of breasts I'll forget, so that kind of works.
Yeah.
Some I wish I had.
They're etched in my memory. So,
Leave the memories alone.
Oi, stop etching on my memories.
etching.
Sorry, I thought you wanted an autograph.
Oh, he
anyway.
etched all over me last night. I fell on my ass. I mean the eye.
On my cock.
Oh, I've gone.
6.
I've lost
Fuck
track.
me memories. I need some arse.
Oh, well, Blake's got 4 dicks for your 6 memories.
This is the weirdest tit wank I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I've seen 8.
Are we going back
X.
to when I was a centaur? Is that what's happening?
So you're a creationist centaur with 4 red cocks. Is that what we're doing now?
And
And
6
8 breasts,
mammary.
yeah.
All right,
In your
cool.
own fucking catalogue.
You have to bring the average up, I see. All right.
I don't know. It's getting weirder as we go along.
It is. This is kind of...
Yeah.
This is why we keep rebooting.
This is what people signed up for.
That's life.
That is what all the people say. Anyway, so we're walking along the beach, and I hadn't planned anything too detailed because, things can
Don't want
always
it to
go...
be corny either. Or,
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Things can always
what
go
could have been
wrong.
out. You check
Like
it all
a
about.
friend of mine was saying, like, you should get a remote timer for your camera. I was like, that won't look inconspicuous in the slightest. Let me just take my new camera, set it up over there, and fuck off.
set it up in the water.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he used it for his engagement pictures, and the problem with them is they are real, but they don't look real.
They look
because
posed.
yeah, they look
a friend
posed,
of
even
mine's
though
just
they're
done
real.
exactly the same thing.
They're totally real.
Yeah.
They're totally natural. She didn't know. He proposed, but it all looks staged because it's all set
Yeah, a
up
friend
with
of mine
a
did
timer
it
and
at a castle I think it was a few days after you proposed.
okay.
I was like, 2 of my friends.
Couldn't let me have my moment, could they?
no.
Whoever you are, fuck you.
Well, you did fucking propose on my girlfriend's birthday, so.
No, actually, the day before.
Was it? Was it on the?
I didn't have
you
my-
let us know on.
I didn't have a signal on the Sunday
okay.
to tell people, so
Norfolk, mate. It's well far.
that's it, mate. Well,
Well,
seriously,
far blood.
it's
They
like the
got
fucking.
arse up there.
You can. It's one of those weird places for signal. Like you still get them in patches around the
Is it
UK.
in a bit of a dip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you will either get 4G or not even emergency calls, and you can be in the same space 2 different days in a row, and that's what happens. I don't know if it's passing ships or something. There's like an EE hotspot just driving around the coast. Who
That
knows?
makes sense. Why don't they do that?
It's a great idea. Pirate
Because
radio.
we've got satellites.
you go beyond
mate.
pirate radio. It's pirate mobile.
Satellites are basically solar
Yar,
ships that
would
sail
you
in
like
space.
free text?
Deep, man.
Not as deep as space
Space is quite
or the
deep.
ocean.
The ocean's deeper than space.
You know, there's actually more.
We know more.
No, that's not true.
We know more about the animals in space than we do at the bottom of David Attenborough.
That is true. What? Did you know? Speaking of David Attenborough, actually, on the serious thing,
He's
did
not
you
dead.
know he's going to be on the new £20 note?
Really?
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
apparently
true?
so.
Is that true?
Apparently so.
I am
I
going to
thought it was
collect
a-
them.
I thought it was a
That's
joke.
a good way of doing it.
That's called commerce.
Oh yeah, I am a dirty man. I'm genuinely chuffed about that.
Yeah.
That is warranted as well.
As far as I know,
He has taught more people about anything than
Yeah.
a lot of people that are already on notes
Sure.
and
Is
stuff.
he
Yeah.
going to be cosplaying as the Queen because they do look similar?
No, I think it's the other side.
He's going to be cosplaying as David Attenborough.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Here,
Yeah, I definitely have
one
that.
has corgis.
The lesser spotted royal corgi.
Philip had his way with that last year.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with legal disclaimers for that one.
That's why the puppies are so racist. That one keeps calling the black corgi a black corgi. You pointed at me there with a deadly panic.
I have got a bleep sound effect, but I'd rather use it sparingly.
Oh, so if I said,
Tell me, isn't a black corgi just another name for a London cab?
no, that's a toy car made by the company corgi in the shape of a black cab,
A Labrador?
a blackrador.
Can you get in one of those Labradors?
Oh dear, we're skirting around some racist terms. I don't know how we haven't said any of them
It's
yet.
a good. You've done well. I'm impressed.
Racist? I can't help that I'm the fucking Queen. I'm better than anyone.
I get 2 birthdays for a reason, bitches.
When you're a stamp, you can use all the racial slurs you want.
But legal disclaimers, there's
Yeah,
no
you probably
evidence to
can.
suggest that's true.
You show me one
There's
person on a stamp that can't swear if they want.
There's no evidence.
Can't say some racial slurs if they want.
There's no
I mean,
evidence of it not being
to be
true.
fair, Jane Austen's dead, so I can't
That's
prove
true,
that.
yeah.
Well, her books were full of black corgis.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what we called them back then.
What about the special edition stamps?
If I make up a racial
What, they
slur,
did-
is
they
that
did-
Well, I
okay
mean,
to
you can get
use?
Star Wars
They
stamps.
do
Does that mean?
dewbacks and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Stop
Does
it.
that... No, but that mean Daisy Ridley can be a racist.
If she wants.
She's got fuck you money. She can do what she wants.
Yeah. She can just step up, do like the Kurt Angle promo where it's like, if there's one person from history I don't like, it was Jesus.
And then she dabs.
He actually say like, if there's one race I don't like, it's the blacks.
like,
And he
wow.
said all these things just to prove that he couldn't make people hate him.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley could probably do that. But
Yeah.
even
Wait.
if she offended people, just fuck
He
off.
got away with that, but Hulk didn't.
No, because Hulk Hogan was genuinely racist.
Oh.
Kurt Angle was basically joking and saying,
it.
if I said, I hate Jesus, I hate black people, etc., etc.,
you'd still cheer me.
Yeah. And he was a bad guy at the time, and it worked because they would not stop cheering.
It was a gambit that paid off.
Yes, indeed. So we're walking along the beach, and like I said, it was improvised. What I was going to do was going to be off. I was going to wing some of it.
Some of us improvise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well.
For an hour at a time.
I'm
Sometimes.
the racist queen.
Yes, this is the opening story. For fuck's sake, guys.
He's never going to get the story out if we keep talking about all of those horrible racists.
Bloody fools.
I didn't know where you were going with that for a second.
Bloody black corgis. Love them so much.
The pause there made that ever so slightly racist.
Can I call them black porgies?
What?
In light of that new space opera coming out in December. Space Wars.
Sorry, does the Queen have her own month now?
December. This is December. This is more December. We call it December.
This isn't just any December. This is an M&S December. Remember
the 5th of December.
That's my birthday.
I get 2, because I'm better than
I get
you.
31 the whole month of December.
Because I'm better than all of you.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, so we're walking along the beach.
Get on with it.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, he just
I know.
takes
No,
notice.
he wasn't there.
Oh, no.
And being
Angle doesn't like him,
Angle, so we walk along, and Jen went for a paddle in the sea because we're at the beach. That's what she likes to do.
I do that.
I was wandering along, taking pictures with my phone. At
It's
this
the only
point.
way you wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Where is that? This way you smell like saline constantly.
Horcrux.
Salty Horcrux.
I have to cover the smell of sulphur up somehow.
Yeah, fair. And to be fair, on behalf of everybody with a functioning sense of smell, thanks for that.
No worries.
Yeah. So we're walking along, and there was a couple of times where I almost found myself saying some really corny shit, like to the point where afterwards she said, "Was that one of the times you were thinking about doing?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely," because it was fucking awful. And I was like, you know what? I sort of talked myself out of it.
You
midway
regret it
through.
forever kind of shit.
Yeah, I was like, if I do it doing this, when I tell the story, I'm going to be like, that's the fucking worst.
Apart from anything, it's not you. For some people, it'd be like, listen how badly I did this. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's down to every person, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So I put a noise gate plug-in on her and ran her through a compressor.
Welcome to the next episode of Hypersonic Greed.
Jen, you know I love you.
Jennifer, it is December and I wish for you to open this 5-character booster pack. Oh, ring! Look at this chunk of arse. Such a big chunk of arse.
Mr. Freeze.
I know.
Anyway, so we're walking along.
This ring is amazing because it's just all this like see-through plastic, and I've just spaffed everywhere.
And it gives you a sidestep. You have to roll 5.
That's funny to about 8 people who listen across the board. There's a demographic crossover of about half a dozen. I think 3 of them are here.
Yeah. One of them was not
Jen
you.
more successful in picking up the ring than I was with Drax picking up the helmet?
Yes, she was, because she managed to pick up first time, although I'm coming to that. Okay. So we're walking along, and I decided at this point, I had an idea in my head of like, you know what would be cool actually, that would be nice. So we were walking along, and after a while, the right moment hadn't come. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it appear.
Make the moment. Yep.
Yeah. So I said, you haven't been for a paddle in a while. I said, oh no, I don't want to leave you on your own. I was like, I'll be all right for a couple of minutes. Just go for a paddle. So she starts walking down to the sand. I wait till she's got about 10 feet away, and I'm like, fuck this noise, right? So I pick a stone up out of the sand, and I start writing in the sand. I start carving words out.
Get bent.
Stop.
Think about corgis.
Wilson.
So I stopped. At one point, I wrote it, and I stopped, took a picture, and I went, right, if I can read it in the picture, then it's good. So you should be able to read it. Because my worry was that, because obviously this is one of those things you don't see in pictures of this sort of thing. You know, it's a high crime night.
It's a big night, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the noise gate might suppress it, and it may not come through.
We might
in
just
which
look like
case,
idiots.
high crime night, and it's like, these guys are brilliant. They're like detectives.
We know when somebody's... These guys should be detectives. Yeah, we should be with the police, because we know when somebody just got stabbed.
Chris is murdering all the foos tonight.
Yeah,
they're just reacting to
one of these days.
There.
Yeah. So she went down to the sea. While she's in the sea, because I told her get in the sea.
Oh God!
Because if there's one thing I love, it's Facebook memes from 2 years ago as a way of introducing the subject. So I wrote in the sand, "Will you marry me?" question mark, and I put the point of the question mark was actually the stone I'd used to carve it out. So she walks back up, and I go, and I'm standing in front of it with my feet blocking, sort of, I put them at a sort of right angle so that they're
Which
blocking.
only you could do.
With your feet, yeah. You also hid half of the beach.
Whack my dick out. And she's like, "Wow, okay."
Completely encompassed.
I've never seen all of it before.
When did the sun
Of course,
go?
we've never been on a beach with a whole coast for you to put it
Didn't
down.
realise there was an eclipse. So I said, "Oh, I've written you something." So I stepped to one side, and she goes, "Oh my God!" And so I get down on one knee. And what was nice about writing it in the sand is I didn't have to say anything. So she
That's
just,
nice.
so she went, "Yes, I will." And so I stood up, obviously because I'm getting old, don't want to be on my knees for too long. You had to make the sound as I got up.
Had to.
She's thinking, oh God, should I have said yes?
Was there a cracking noise?
So if she wasn't before, we have a nice kiss and a hug, and I pop a boner.
And then the sun went out.
So then she I don't know either. I can only assume this, and this sounds,
Mr. Romantic.
this is the thing about it is, right? This is going to sound corny, but I genuinely think this is what it is. It was the happiest I'd seen her in ages. And I think that was what it was my body was just like, she's really happy. I'm really happy that she's really happy. Yeah. She's gone catapulting into the sea.
This reminds me of those black corgis.
Why? Do they have enormous dicks?
They give me bonus.
Of course they do. They're dogs.
Don't you become aroused by a lowly black corgi?
I think we're skirting dangerously on the edge of poor taste now.
Yeah, because it's a terrible, terrible racial slur to say black dogs have big dicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think all dogs have quite big dicks, actually. Not that
Well, by compared to me, yeah.
Not that I've looked well, yeah. If you're using yourself as the standard.
Yeah, mine looks like a lipstick.
Yeah.
Except nobody's ever touched
Are
it
you
to
all
their
measuring
mouth.
against their lipsticks?
Yeah. Is that why you're banned from Superdrug?
Have you seen those lipsticks that are like...
I'll show you, Tester.
They've got like... They've been like shaped like cats. And
what?
They're kind of pointless because as soon as you use them...
Sorry, a lipstick shaped like a
so
cat?
like a novelty rubber, like when you use it...
Yeah, like
it's...
the end of it, like a novelty...
Yeah,
okay.
But,
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think you're getting
That's
confused
really
with a
weird.
rabbit.
As soon as you put it on, it's like gone.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
Then you've got a
very odd.
faceless cat.
Yeah,
Horrifying.
indeed. So, so anyway, yeah. So we have our hug.
Where do we
and
go?
we start walking back down the beach, just for a little wander further before we go back to the caravan.
Reminds me of Dunkirk.
What, the movie?
Yeah, there was a man on the beach with a boner. Walk along my pier.
Yeah, Tom fucking Hardy. Sorry.
And Killian Stonker Murphy.
Big Dick Billy.
And the mole.
And Arse Jensen.
Why do they call him the mole? His dick's blind. What?
It's really good at
What does that
digging.
even mean?
He's got one eye, but it doesn't work.
They call him Jimmy the Hat. Why do they call him that? He doesn't wear a hat. So, you could call him loads of stuff. Call him Jimmy No Raptors because he's not surrounded by velociraptors.
Call him Jimmy the Mole because chicks dig this.
They call him the mole because loads of men get on it.
Because his dick's got a starfish
Did
shape
you know
on
there
the
was a
end of it.
ship called the Mole?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I gathered it was something like that. Yeah. So we're walking back to along, and she said, and I said, were you like totally shocked? She said no, and I'll explain why. So what happened was
Boner gave it away, mate.
no, apart from that,
He proposed before.
Was she shocked about the bone?
it wasn't like a hoop. It wasn't like a hoopla where the ring just came right up towards her.
He put the ring on the end and just vanished. Had to walk to Mordor.
Oh, that's one thing I did forget to mention. When she said yes, for some reason I reflexively put the ring back in my pocket. She's like, "No, give that to me. I want to wear it."
It's because you've been so
Psych.
used to carrying it for a
Yeah,
while.
I guess so.
like-
Yeah, but it was just like,
Try to keep it safe. I'm guessing it's worth an amount of money that wasn't
yeah,
non-substantial.
I had to save up some pennies.
Did you detect the boner when you came up off your knee?
No, I didn't have a boner then.
Yeah,
I
'cause
assume. I don't really keep the boner log anymore. If you pardon the expression.
Log boner.
Yeah, it's how he got up.
So we
isn't it just,
Oh, I'm standing.
isn't it just called the log?
yeah, the log. Everyone logs the log.
It's a log.
In my old age, I find it hard to get up, but now with my...
Trusty log. I can rely on my
I
erection.
can use it as an extra balancing stick.
I tripoded myself right off that beach straight back into bed.
Basically,
Straight onto the mole.
Basically, we need somebody to embody the whole third leg thing who's not in prison for sexual assault.
Chris.
No.
Chris Isaak.
We assume it's Chris.
God damn it, Rolf.
Hey there.
He's legal disclaimers. Chris Isaak, seriously, as far as we know, he is the picture of a well-behaved citizen.
Yeah.
Pays
Please,
his,
God, don't sue us.
pays his taxes, helps his landlady carry on his garbage. His garbage, I don't know. 2017, whatever. So we're walking along the beach, and I said to her, did you kind of suspect that something was happening? She said, actually, when the camera battery ran out, I took it all apart and put it all away because it's like one of those ones with like a detachable lens and the caps and
Yeah, just like your penis.
Yeah. And so as I was putting it away in the camera bag, she actually saw that a pink box.
Oh shit!
So she was like, "It's happening soon. It might not be happening
I didn't know if
today."
it was that you could have been going for a meal afterwards.
Exactly. I could have been carrying it around for a couple of days as well, just to see when the right moment
Could have been
presented
psyching her
itself.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Tell you what, when you're in the position to propose, you realise how much fucking power you wield.
Yeah. I remember hearing a story of somebody who's Italian descent. His missus is Italian descent as well.
Yeah.
So they asked the family first, but they, in old-fashioned way of like, may I propose to your daughter? They said yes. It was all good, but obviously they're not supposed to tell the daughter, but it got to her, and he realised that she knew, and had 2 weeks of constantly going down on one knee and tying his shoelace, asking if she would bring him some tea.
Yeah. Would you do me the honour of a coffee, please?
Yeah, toads of shit like that.
Yeah.
Toads of shit.
Yeah,
I just
toads of
said
shit.
toads of shit.
Positively frogfuls of stuff.
Oh, honey, my shoelace is broken. Could you marry them together?
My ice. Anyway, so we're walking along. So she says that, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. Well, that's a bit of a pain because obviously it's not a complete surprise. But at the same time, like you said, there's not a complete surprise regardless. So I was all right, fine. So we're walking along. I said about the sand thing, and I was like, did you like that? And she said, actually, yeah. I went down to the sea. Went, fuck me, this water's cold. Turned back round and saw you writing. I was like, okay, shut up now, because I sound fucking useless. I sound completely fucking utterly inept.
Here's a kicker.
These are the stories that make it remember, make you remember it. Like,
and obviously, I immortalise it by releasing it on a worldwide podcast to, positively people.
When two of my friends got married, the guy doing the ceremony pronounced his surname wrong.
Yeah.
It was raining. They got married on a boat. It was raining so much that one of the awnings had collapsed, so everybody had to stand on one side. All these little mistakes make moments like that memorable.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Absolutely.
Was she silently posturing you or positioning you over the last months, knowing that you were going to North? So, and name dropping things that where she didn't want to go.
Interesting.
Knowing that here's the thing, because I think that obviously they know more than let on.
Yeah, we sometimes
women generally. Yeah. That's true.
Men too.
They're very
people.
They're very good at telling you what they don't like.
There's no. The thing is,
I know.
In bed.
The thing is, Jen's incredibly
Perspective.
Perceptive. She's incredibly perceptive, and she likes to know things. So when you say, "Oh, I've got a surprise for you," it's like, "What is it? What is it? What is it?" And then she starts guessing.
My dear.
And then it's like, I'm not going to tell you either way
because you'll get it.
Because there's a surprise coming up. By the time this episode goes out, it will have been told to her. But basically, we're going away for a weekend. She doesn't know where, but she has guessed it over the course of the last couple of weeks because she won't shut up about guessing things. So there's that. So it's like that happens anyway.
Start looking in the cupboard for your Christmas present.
We pride ourselves
find it and go, oh.
Or learning to read French.
We pride ourselves over speculating on geek shit.
Yeah,
and then women are just speculating about everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Wait, that was
else.
a horrible generalization.
Indeed.
No, it's but sometimes they're true.
Corgis speculate as well.
All over the carpets.
Speculate all together in a room. We separate them from the other corgis.
So
I've stopped
Are
now.
you talking about separating corgis now?
Yes.
what criteria would you use?
Is it like a stick that you hold out?
Which one has? You have to separate the corgis by order of massive penis length. The ones with the bigger penises go downstairs. The one with the smaller penises are
That's a
allowed
bit harsh.
upstairs.
Why don't they just stay on that floor and then they don't have to worry about tripping over their own dicks?
Fucking hell.
As somebody who's had this problem,
My brain just went, oh, really? I separate mine by colour.
See, that's what I was skirting around. Now you've done
I
it.
was like, no.
Now we've got to talk in a way that you can edit it out, and I'm not going to do that.
I wanted to make a joke like they were Pokemon. And
it's fine.
Well, Rob, there's your bleep button.
I think it's just going to be like, hello, welcome to the Crazy Train. Oh, no.
Rob got married, boner. Credits. Blake has a catalogue.
Anyway, so we get back to the caravan. Obviously, we're all excited and stuff. She's, in the meantime, because she had phone signal, because apparently the Vodafone boat comes around more often than the EE one or
still got
whatever.
a boner at this point.
Vodaboat.
No, at this point it's subsided and I'm able to walk normally again.
phone. I just like words that rhyme.
Erecting people. So we get back to the caravan. So in the meantime, she's phoned her family and told them and stuff, and we'll take some more pictures and things like that. And obviously, I put one up on Facebook so people could see the ring, and that was the one I would end up using to sort of announce it to I say the world, like my friends. So some of them are
You're
around
not
the world.
famous as me, dear.
No, it's fine. As famous as the Queen. Now, to be fair, if I can get on a coin, fuck me, I'll be amazed. Now you can own the commemorative Crazy Train coin.
Oh fuck, we got to get it made.
£5 for 5 successful episodes out
you
of
can
55.
get those things when you go to like the zoo and you can get a coin press. We can probably get a Crazy Train one of them.
£25 for a real cardboard coin worth nothing.
Yeah.
With 6 sides.
Fuck all. Not even in nostalgia value.
It's actually a spear.
It actually deprecates in value the second you buy it. Welcome to coin ownership.
To be honest, it
In
was
Zimbabwe.
never worth anything anyway.
So we get back to the caravan and we're sitting there like, is this about 2:30 on a Saturday afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, what? She said, do you have anything in mind for the rest of the day? I was like, well, not really. I hadn't even thought out. I didn't say it in those words,
Popped a
but I
massive
hadn't.
boner earlier. Like,
Can we do something about that whole boner?
It's been 4 hours. I think I need to see a doctor.
I
I've passed out twice.
overwhelmed.
I've passed out twice.
Someone thought I was a tree.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind. It was a
dog-
plastic owl.
The dog pissed up me.
Oh, sorry
about it.
Imagine if they all think in that voice as well.
What, corgis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, piece of cheese.
Woof it, woof.
I love you, Dad. I'm your mother.
Tip Ray Winston's corgi.
Hello, I'm a dog. I'm small. I've got a poofy tail.
I'm going to kill your boner.
So
Lock,
we get,
stock, and 2 smoking corgis.
I thought you were going to say lock, stock, and 2 smoking
I know
cocks.
it's terrible for me.
420 bitches.
Stoner corgis, no less. Yeah.
My name's Wolf Khalifa.
Fucking hell. So it's about 2:30 on a Saturday afternoon, and we're like, well, I don't know what to do with the rest of the day. We realised we wanted to go to Norwich over the weekend. We couldn't go then because it was like 2:30. By the time we got there, it'd be 3:30. All the shops had shut in an hour or whatever. It was like, all right, well, let's go play crazy golf. And so we went and played crazy golf.
Love a bit of crazy golf.
Yeah, it was great fun.
I do. Yeah.
It's great fun.
Play it straight, though.
I'd love to say
You just hit it from one end of the course to the
no
other.
wears ridiculous outfits.
There's no craziness with my crazy
golf.
Oh.
Tiny hair, pitch and putt.
8.
I'd go to Tiny Pitch and Putt. That sounds quite sweet.
Yeah.
They serve coffee.
Yeah, why not?
I haven't done crazy golf.
Crazy gopher.
I haven't done a crazy gopher in years.
No, fair enough.
Have you done any straight gophers, though? There are other types.
Well, there was this one.
It was one time a band camp.
He wasn't
Can we
straight.
go one episode where Blake doesn't reminisce about fucking gophers?
He wasn't straight once you were done with
There
him.
was that one when you did a guinea pig, remember?
No, there is that, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's only 90% of the episodes, Rob. I wouldn't worry.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well, if you want to go back and listen to those, then you're a weirder man than I. Or woman. I'm not fussy.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking Beast with Blake.
I do
Still
want
a better podcast.
yeah, still going to happen before the paedophile
Still
cast.
just as illegal, though.
Yeah, true.
My mind got into a little debate then of what's more illegal, paedophilia or bestiality?
Well, they're both.
They're
Well, I
both
don't think there's
they're both
degrees of
illegal.
illegality.
Well,
It's
yeah, I mean, they're both
legal or it's
illegal.
not.
Which one would get you into prison like more? Quicker? Which one would just... Well, the animals scream louder, so the police are going to get there quicker.
I would like to say paedophilia, but I haven't, I don't have any first-hand experience with that.
I don't
No, but I
can't
can't
really
pronounce
bring up
the letter P.
The case of...
Oh, yeah.
I can't really bring up the case of
pedophilia.
Smith versus a badger.
A baby badger to make it worse.
There's both.
There you go.
Is it?
That's
Will you
the
get into
quickest
prison?
way.
Yeah.
Will you get into prison longer
baby
if you rape a
corgi,
baby animal?
You know what? That's the
hell.
kind
But
of
animals reach sexual maturity at a faster age, so you could probably fuck a 2-year-old badger and it
I
wouldn't be
prefer
paedophilia.
lamb over mutton.
He was actually very susceptible in doggy years, Your Honour.
Fucking hell.
If you think about it in doggy years, Your Honour, he was more than up for it.
Yeah, exactly. He was nearly dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
fucking
actually,
a 7-year-old dog is like fucking like an
grateful for the
80-year-old
attention.
woman.
Yeah, thanks for that. In many ways, no.
Not through experience. I'm not saying it's
And
like
never-
you'll have the same experience.
Never
Indeed.
ever, when you are having sex with a 70-year-old woman, say it's like fucking an 8-year-old dog.
Yeah. They don't like it.
No, they don't like it up them.
You're as tight as an 8-year-old dog. You smell like one as well.
What do you mean? Well, 80-year-old dogs are notorious for not spending that much money. No, I mean, you don't mean the other type. No,
No.
not at all. Anyway, yeah, so we spent our engagement afternoon playing crazy golf.
Nice.
I'd love to say I let her win, but actually I just had an absolute stinker of a game.
I thought you nearly said, actually, I just had a stroke.
I thought you were going to say, I'd love to say I let her win, but I actually had a massive stonk on. I used it as a golf club.
Well, they didn't give me a club.
A golf cub. Don't put a penis on a cub.
Now, here's a question.
Otherwise, that's
Would you go to
bestiality.
prison for fucking a golf cub?
I don't even know what a golf cup is.
It's obviously a baby bear that plays golf.
There's a cartoon in that
Come on,
somewhere.
man. Come
I
on,
know
man.
a tiger that plays golf.
He's great.
He's been in prison for sexual things a few times.
His handicap's great. Not so much as, fidelity.
No, that's
Not so much.
terrible.
That's egregious.
That's not par.
What?
You sound like fucking Street Fighter does golf.
Fuck to birdie.
Par.
Par uppercut.
Albatross.
Birdie.
Links.
This golf course is themed like China.
This golf club was not made in Japan.
They haven't seen him play this well since USA.
He's running around really quickly. You could say he's USSR.
He must have been drinking plenty of yoga fire.
This holds a part 5.
Tiger uppercut.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger destruction.
That putt was perfect.
Every time he has sex with someone new, a new challenger enters the ring.
Player 2 has entered player 1.
Don't forget, there's guys like you all over the world.
Don't forget to stay tuned to Gamecast After Dark.
He's gonna.
And do you cap? 5 under par.
That's it. No. We've ended it with handicap.
Handicap.
That's it. That's peaked.
that wins.
See you later.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today.
That was really funny.
We can end it there if you want. It's a little short, but
What are
We
you
can
calling
fill
me?
it up with more thinly veiled racial slurs.
no. I think we've had a good amount. By which I mean a terrible amount.
Spanish corgi. I bought a Mexican corgi and put him in the shower.
Oh, Christ.
The bottom of him didn't get wet.
Stop it.
Only the wet
No.
part.
No.
I bought a Chinese corgi, covered him in steel armour. I threw him against the wall and he went,
You tell me, are the Chinese corgis actually
it.
corgis, or are they
Stop
fakes?
it, for the love of all this.
I
Stop.
really wanted somebody to interrupt me, but you were just looking at me.
I was trying not to cough.
I bought a corgi from China and it turns out it was just a 12-year-old in Spanx.
Did you go to prison?
Yes.
But now she's free to roam the streets, offending Queen.
Dun, 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 dun.
She's the reoffending Queen.
Well, I think that shaved 5 minutes off the show.
I think I can shave more than 5
There's
minutes.
not many
if I really put
times.
my mind
There's
to
not
it.
many times when you can talk for 10 minutes and make a show 8 minutes shorter.
I realise that we've just done more or less an entire episode based on us interrupting your one story.
I know, right? This is weird.
It's almost like I'm here.
That's okay.
I think it was an even effort this time.
Well,
It's
yeah,
fine.
we did well there.
It's obviously a big deal. It's
Yeah,
my
it's a
first.
big
It's the
thing.
first time I've been engaged. I've never been engaged before.
That's a good thing.
Well, you're on your way to not being
Yeah.
Ross Geller,
This is true.
Yeah.
which is always a good thing.
Yeah. Could I be any other character?
Always be chance.
Were you
Kevin's
tempted
idiot.
to make Lord of the Rings jokes when you put the ring on her finger?
No.
Oh,
I have called her my precious since. but,
nice.
yeah.
Good.
Dirty habit says.
Put that long pointy thing on.
You be mine, my precious.
Yes.
Wait, if Gollum had proposed to a ring, how would he put the ring?
If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it.
You're fucking good at that.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, my Gollum
Fame
is.
beckons.
That's good, yeah.
Fame beckons.
What we need is a movie where he's in and you could do the... Oh, wait. No.
Fucking Andy Jerkis.
More like Andy Jerkis, am I right? But actually, no, he seems
what
like
you
quite
just
good.
said.
He seems
What
like
you
quite
just
good. Yeah,
You can edit that out
I
now.
was like,
That's fine.
He's the one with the
shit.
editing control. He can do what he wants.
You're in the same.
Yeah, you
I'll leave it in.
You
It's
can
fine.
cut me out, actually.
I can, but I'm not going
Just cut out
to.
every time he talks.
You were in the same building as him at one point, and you did nothing.
Well,
That
yeah.
you
You
know
stood
of.
right behind me watching me play a game, right? And you didn't know it was me.
That is also true.
What's this?
Andy Serkis was at Eurogame on the Thursday.
Oh, what,
and-
the most recent one?
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was,
Oh, wow.
he was discussing his new Planet of the Apes game.
Cool.
But I didn't watch it, though.
He's not to do with it. He just bought
but I
it.
just-
I love this game.
Yeah, just
The box
play
art's
out.
look at the box art. It's amazing.
Got a monkey on that. Actually, it's a chimp.
No, but I
I'm
thought he
sorry,
was-
actually.
Only I can get a monkey and a
I
chip
was just thinking if
confused.
Joe wanted to take him down, that was his job.
Do you know what? I got fuck you money. I was in Avengers. I was in Lord of the Rings. I was in War of the Planet of the Apes. I was in Star Wars Trek.
Aven-
I can say what I want.
Age of
about-
Ultron.
It was,
He's
yeah,
Merc.
yeah, and
He's
he's
what,
in.
Mercenary. I can't remember his name.
Oh, is it? Oh,
In,
okay.
Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah.
His
I'm
arm
with you
cut
now.
off
Yeah.
by-
I was literally going. Well, he wasn't Ultron. He
Yeah.
wasn't. He wasn't
That's a
Vision.
CG
Who did he CG?
No, it was actually him.
It was him
Yeah,
and
it's
his
him
face.
in real.
That
And he,
doesn't
looked
happen
pretty,
often.
he was pretty jacked as well. Like
Yeah,
he'd
he's-
been,
He was a Wakandan mercenary or like a
Something like that.
He's
yeah.
got he's got one of those faces that he can, like brush up and stand on the red carpet, or he can make himself look like a fucking thug quite
Sure.
easily,
Yeah.
can't he? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
especially
got a
when you
very-
put dots all over him.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
they used to call it like in terms of they used to refer to Jim Carrey a lot as having like rubber face.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you could
yeah.
very easily adopt different
Become-
facial expressions
Yeah.
and sort of makeup looks and stuff.
Where
to
some
change them
actors
completely.
get stuck, like Ray Winston, who we were
Yeah.
talking about. He's always going to be Ray Winston. He's
Yeah.
going to play that type of character. But some actors
John
can be.
Cusack.
Yeah, some
That
actors
plays
can
John
be
Cusack in every
anything.
movie, but at the same time, he's
Who's
Liam Neeson.
was it?
Liam Neeson.
Was it Colin Firth did a Roman movie? It was supposed to be like
Colin
a
Alexander.
no, it wasn't Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell was
Colin
yeah.
Firth
Alexander,
did a
yeah.
Roman movie.
It was like the Eagle, or it was.
Oh, okay.
What's
Okay.
the one that was the Warriors? There's the Warriors and
Centurion.
Centurion. Yeah,
That's
Right.
got,
and there's
Fassbender in.
yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah, There's another one which is linked to it, but not directly. But it is
The Lost Legion.
the Lost
or
Legion.
something?
Yeah, I'm sure it was him that was in that, and I was
I
like,
think it was.
I don't buy you as a gruff ex-Roman centurion.
Yeah.
you know what
As
I
an
mean?
old,
Yeah.
chipper Kingsman guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And maybe now he could probably do it again.
Maybe, yeah.
But there was, well, I guess the Roman people always think like when you see Romans, like Roman soldiers cast, they're quite prim and proper, aren't they?
Yeah.
They always talk with an upper caste British accent, don't
Yeah.
they? So maybe that's where they were going. But he just didn't seem like the guy who can handle a sword.
Yeah.
He seemed like the kind of guy that can kill with no effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he talks
With
that
a gun.
way. Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah.
expect it. Yeah,
Feels
he can
pretty
karate
much
chop
a
you.
whole
and-
church in Kingsman.
Yeah. I love the first Kingdom. Like
Based
I
on-
bought him
He
in
kicked
that.
some
The
serious
documentary.
ass.
That
I bought him
documentary.
in that. But would you buy him in a gladiator arena? You know what I mean? With that
Oh,
same.
if I had the chance, I'd probably buy him anywhere.
I've got fuck off money.
I've got Colin Firth buying money.
This
I've got
jumper was
Firth.
made out of corgi hair.
I've got Firth off money. Here's a question, actually, like just to throw around to the room. Who do you think like the most versatile actors are in terms of somebody? To me, the first one that
Ooh.
springs to mind is Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Kate
'Cause-
Blanchett.
She's
Yeah,
she's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
shout actually, yeah, because
I love her.
she can turn. I have a lot of time for Kate
I'm looking
Blanchett.
forward to seeing her as Hela.
Yes, yeah.
But she looks hella gorge.
Nice, very nice.
Well, like
Yeah,
Hela,
there's
see what I did there?
versatile. What's his name? Sacha Baron Cohen.
Well, yeah.
If you're talking about, like, I mean, versatile to the cartoon extreme,
Yeah,
a bit of a joke version, but
Yeah, but like because in the
I
same
think
way
he's done something
as
serious.
Kate Blanchett, actually.
He toned it down a bit in Sweeney Todd,
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
but he still had a silly accent.
But
But,
then
actually, no,
there's
when he
also-
turned the accent because he's not Italian, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. When he turns the accent off, he's menacing, and you think, oh shit, it's going to be a threat. Oh no, he's had his
Yeah.
throat cut.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I think if you go into Sweeney Todd not expecting anybody to get their throat cut by now, you're probably at shit
It's the
out
only
of luck.
musical I'd say I love.
I hate it.
That movie. Really? Yeah,
I really
we've said this
I
before.
really like
actually.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
okay.
Chicago a lot.
I'm just generally not a fan of like Disney musicals. Different to a musical,
And South
but
Park.
South Park,
Bigger,
yeah.
longer, and uncut. That's a musical
But
of sorts.
Sweeney Todd, I love that movie. Really
Yeah.
do.
I enjoyed it
tried.
when I watched it. It's very
tried.
very stylish.
Very,
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
stylized.
it looks
Aesthetically,
nice.
it's very nice.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
I still want them to turn Book of Mormon into a film.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that'd be
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
Aren't they
Yeah.
ending that one's run now?
I think possibly.
thought I heard something about,
I heard
or it's on
possibly.
the horizon kind
Yeah,
of thing.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
It might
It's
be.
been heavily booked for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same with Cursed Child as well. That's still sold out for God
God.
knows how long.
Yeah. Hamilton's apparently the same. You
I
just
didn't-
actually it's a meme that you can't get tickets for Hamilton kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Murder.
You don't just murder the people that are going in there.
Initiate
I only know that
Order
because
66.
So it's Order 67 is just
kill theatre goers and steal their tickets
tickets to Hamilton.
or face.
Initiate Operation Hamilton Steele.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
You know what? I'd watch a detective series starring a guy called Hamilton Steele. That sounds like a great
Nice,
name.
yeah. Dun, dun,
But he
dun,
speaks
dun,
like Ian
dun.
McDermott.
I'm
Yeah.
Hamilton Steele.
He talks like Ian McDermott.
It seems to me that there is murder afoot. Also, I am a Dalek.
Yeah, a little bit round the chaos there, didn't it?
There could have been only one who committed this murder, and it's me.
Oh, that'd be
One
a fucking
series.
one episode. No, that'd be a great one where, obviously you get shows. Is it Dexter where he's
Yeah.
a murderer that cleans up and it's never hit,
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
But an actual show where at the end of every episode it was me. But every episode it's no way it could be him. But then he comes up with like a really Sherlock-esque explanation
That would
as
be
to
amazing.
how it actually was
Yeah.
him. Every single because it's
or,
like
or really obviously over the top, the opposite kind.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, so it's like, well, you remember that time where you left me alone for 5 minutes? I murdered that bloke.
yeah,
He has to have
It's not
like a...
I noticed we were walking along the road when I was banging my foot and stick on the floor
This
that I
guy,
could hear a hollowness. And it's actually
Hamilton
like,
Steele.
no, he was just out of the room for 5 minutes. I killed him earlier.
Hamilton Steele needs a psychic called Dr. Gollum.
All right.
that's like
Yes, Mr.
You know, there are-
Hamilton.
is
Yes, don't hit us again.
is it Squirrel Girl?
Yes,
Her power
stab
is
him in
she's
the
unbeatable,
face.
basically.
Stab.
Yeah.
But the story is okay. You know she's gonna win. Same with
Yeah.
like Thor.
Yeah.
Right. You know they're gonna win, but how? There's no way he can win. Oh, that was clever.
Well,
Yeah.
this guy
You could do, that could be the way. It's like there's no way he murdered him. This. Oh no, he did.
Yeah. It's like apparently
stabbed
I've
him.
not seen it, but I've heard apparently that's quite entertaining. As One Punch Man.
Oh,
where
One
it's
Punch Man's
basically-
great.
It's
yeah.
an anime character who can
Yeah.
kill everybody with one punch, and he's
yeah.
bored
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
he can't
because
beat.
that's it.
He can't
Yeah.
get a good fight.
Yeah.
So it's like basically the whole show is about him
It
trying to find
started
a good
off.
fight.
It started off as a meme,
Yeah.
the comic
Yeah.
strip, and then it turned into this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
good fun. Yeah.
There's a really good like YouTube short. That was for like one of the YouTube short competitions.
Hamilton Steele and Dr. Gollum.
Well,
about
Dr. Gollum,
Viking-
what crime should we solve today?
The greatest Viking warrior ever, but he wants to go to
Credits.
Valhalla, so he needs to die in battle. But
Yeah.
nobody can kill him because he's just too good.
Yeah.
So he like fights battles on his own, wins. I can't remember how
That's kind of the conceit.
Come on, I'll take you
Yeah.
all on, you
Man.
bastards.
he wants to die, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, One
Not
Punch
wants
Man.
to die, but
Just
One
wants
Punch
a,
Man
just wants a
doesn't wanna
challenging
die.
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
he?
He wants a purpose to live. Is a different thing. He's so bored with life. that
oh
he's-
right,
he's
okay.
like-
So he's run out of.
yeah,
yeah.
like one episode,
Birth.
it focuses because obviously you can't focus on a fight that lasts one punch.
No.
The
Yeah.
episodes are kind of drama driven, and
No,
but
fair enough.
you see
Drama was
weird
invented a while
stuff.
ago.
Yeah,
you
it was-
see
it's been a
weird
while.
stuff like him just going shopping for food,
Oh, okay.
and you just grow to like the character. It's weird like that.
Imagine if they did that in Attack on Titan.
He
Oh,
just
here's an
reminded me.
episode.
let us look quickly.
Just
They're
reminded me
buying
of the latest
groceries.
season of BoJack Horseman.
I've not seen past season
I
one.
haven't. Yeah, I've only watched the first and second series.
I've watched the first three. I haven't seen the fourth one
Oh,
yet.
there's a fourth.
Yeah, fourth too.
Wow. Okay.
The main character.
So you know
died.
how so you know how in each series, if you're up to date all but four, there's a couple episodes where you go, fucking hell.
Yeah.
in series
That
one there was
got-
lots of that.
Yeah, no, series 4 is like first couple episodes are quite light, and then you just spend the series going,
Oh.
what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Me and Charlotte had to actually turn it off, take a break. So we were like, I can't watch this
Oh,
much.
yeah, I
anymore.
need a hug.
Have you seen F?
But I loved it.
Have you seen F is for Family?
Yes,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah,
much
yeah.
in the same style.
Yeah, absolutely. Where there's things where you go, oh, ha, it's a funny. Oh,
No, it's dark.
fucking god.
It's like
yeah.
Rick and Morty, but less funny.
yeah,
but
Rick and Morty.
more-
Rick and Morty
more
put some
dramatic.
jokes in there.
For me, that's quite damning. I watched. The trouble is, at the moment, I'm catching random clips of Rick and Morty, and
Yeah.
I don't know whether it loses something out of context,
Absolutely
but
does.
it
I
kind
think
of
it does. Yeah.
that some of them are just like
It's
painfully
so
unfunny.
you know how Futurama gets funny because it's smart.
Yeah.
This is funny because it
Silly.
is stupid smart.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's not like
But didn't you know you have to have a really high IQ to watch Rick and Morty?
oh,
So, is that
Who
meme?
said
It's
that?
a meme doing
Oh,
the rounds.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
basically copy pasta on
Sounds like
Reddit.
something
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say.
yeah. So no, Futurama, like there was that episode where in Futurama where they have all the different universes in boxes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the
Oh, that
creators of
was
the
cool,
show
yeah.
actually came up with an algorithm that didn't exist to explain how it worked.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that smart, but doesn't try to be that smart.
It plays
It's a show
loose
about
with-
being that smart.
But it's not
But it's-
actually. Yeah, I see.
It's quite smart.
it
It's very
kinda-
clever the way
it-
some
it
things
almost-
work out.
They had to be smart to write it, but
Right.
they display it in a non-smart.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
they're not
off the
showing off
cuff,
how smart
like-
they are.
Yeah.
As a quick aside, I know. So clearly you guys are fans.
Yeah.
What did you make of the whole Szechuan sauce fiasco?
Is
Because
there
for me, it just made me an atheist. So if that's allowed to happen and nobody's dead, there's no God.
like, has anyone tried it? Because I've never
No,
tried
I've
it.
never
Szechuan
done it.
sauce.
Is it over here?
No.
No, it's not
So
launched here
basically,
at
it
all.
was only a US thing, and actually, apparently, there was a Reddit thread of like share your worst stories from that day.
Oh,
And
right. Okay.
loads of Canadian McDonald's employees were like having to explain to people that it was an American-only promotion while they yelled at me down the intercom. It's like
That's pretty
it's
bad.
just
Yeah.
not for nothing,
It's
but most
like-
people would probably try it and go ugh.
I get right. So
'Cause it's
on the
not-
base
it's
of it,
not exactly
on the base of it,
you know.
a thing was launched ages ago that got a small amount of appeal to obviously a couple of people,
Mulan
and
fans.
then but then a TV
that's
show,
basically- so
a
basically-
TV show picks up on it as something obscure.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fans rally behind it. That's kind of funny.
And then they ruin
and
it.
McDonald's kind of go with it, and I'm like,
Well,
that's
McDonald's
kind of
like,
funny.
There's
And
money to
Yeah,
be made
initially
here.
it was
yeah, there's
kind
money
of
to be
funny.
made here. Good on them. And then it went batshit up to that point where they go, do you know what? We're going to bring it back for a little while. Then cool. But I think they did it in such a way that was kind of inviting the chaos it
It's
ensued.
almost like-
If they'd said we're going to bring it back for a month, there's fucking tons of it.
Yeah.
Like at the minute, the Double Down is in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got one today. We know it's only going to be around a few weeks.
It's 4 weeks now.
4
it's not
weeks,
6
but-
weeks.
Okay.
Oh,
But
it'd
I
be-
could
it'd be
see on
over
the rack at KFC
soon.
there was,
Yeah.
5 more behind my one, and they were
Yeah.
making them all day long. And I only
It's
want to
not
try
hard to
one.
make one.
No, it's not hard to get one, and it should have been like that. We're going to do a very limited run, but you can get all the stuff you want. You can
Yeah.
come and eat
And
10
it's
of them within a
available
month.
everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Just roll it out. Roll it out.
Indeed.
Yeah, if a KFC on the Isle of Sheppey can
Can
get
do it.
the Double Down,
Yeah.
then you can get a fucking sauce that
But
just
then-
comes with every burger.
Yeah.
It's hardly. I wouldn't say it's the show's fault for that.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
absolutely
Absolutely
not.
not.
No,
Failing.
no.
It's also.
No, I'd say it's
a
also.
bit weird
I'd
for the
say
human race.
I'd say some of the fans are cunts.
Yeah, like it's
Absolutely.
a bit weird for the
And
human.
I don't just mean
Well-
because they're like bothering, harassing McDonald's employees to the point where the police have to be called. I also mean that it's that sort of the Szechuan sauce kind of.
Yeah.
Same with like the
Yeah, like
bazinga.
frat boy.
As-
Frat
Yeah,
boy.
as-
it's just like that sort of. There's a certain group of people who actually,
This kinda
from
links
all,
into what
from
I was
all
thinking.
accounts, apparently don't get the joke because apparently it's a bit of a knock. That episode's a bit of a knock on people who blindly follow consumer
Yeah, absolutely.
patterns.
Yeah.
They
So
barely-
actually,
I mean,
they
it's
don't
not a
get the
big
joke.
part of the episode.
No, it's
No.
literally the end of the first episode of series 3. It
Yeah.
was just made as a sort of an aside joke, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of going, no, I've been doing all this because I want this sauce. Da-dum-bump.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah, it's a one comment
Yeah.
thing.
Credits, yeah.
Oh, and then he says that they're going to crusade for like 9 series to get it
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
as a joke.
Which we all
Yeah.
know it's crap, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the idea was that he picked something that apparently was universally not very good.
Yeah.
Is
If
it
he
not
picked-
very good?
Apparently it's fine.
Szechuan sauce is fine as a general thing.
Yeah, but I mean, this one
But
is...
McDonald's
like-
sauces
okay.
always
Like
taste weird.
Yeah,
though.
McDonald's
Yeah, true.
do... Like
their curry sauce.
I love barbecue sauce. I'm a barbecue sauce. I wouldn't say connoisseur, but
Poor.
I know. Oh, absolutely. I buy if I see a barbecue sauce I haven't seen before, I buy it.
Yeah.
But
What's that one
as
I
we
had,
said in
Baby
the
Ray?
previous episode, though.
Yeah. Baby Ray's is really
That was
good.
good, yeah.
As we've said in the previous episode, though, I think the thing is that I like Rick and Morty as a show. I
Yeah,
think
the
I
fandom.
enjoy it. I wouldn't say it was my favourite show of all the time in the
No.
world. I
No.
enjoy it for what it is.
'Cause
But
there's
the
Frasier.
internet has blown it way out of proportion.
I would say
Shocker.
that it's
Yeah.
probably as good.
It is the bacon of TV shows at the moment.
That's,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
a good. That's a
Yes.
great
Yeah.
analogy
Yeah.
for it. Yeah, that's how
Don't
it
get me wrong.
feels.
I really like it. I really like
Same.
bacon.
Yeah.
But I am not fucking
I would-
the best
It's-
show in
somebody,
the world.
Somebody said it to me. I can't remember who. It might have been Aaron actually. I think I was chatting to him on Xbox Live the other day, and he said it's like when Epic Mealtime put bacon in everything,
Yeah.
and so suddenly bacon was
They were the
everywhere.
ones that really kicked it overdrive.
yeah,
didn't they, with
exactly.
the bacon
So
thing.
Rick and Morty's
They-
done the same thing with
Bacon.
Szechuan
Epic
sauce.
Mealtime's
yeah.
really clever because they caught onto something that was coming,
Yeah.
and they made it theirs.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
they made it a thing.
I
by
think it was
their
on its
virtue.
way. There were
Okay.
other people on like cookery channels doing stupid things on the internet involving a lot of bacon, and
Yeah.
Epic Mealtime went, "Cool, we'll roll with that as like an ironic meme." And
I
then it went a
still-
bit, and they went, "Okay, cool, we'll keep rolling
I
with
still
it."
remember
Yeah.
their first ever episode when it was like all really low key, and
Yeah.
all they did
Low
was
key mealtime. It was just 4 people sat around the table.
It was
eating
4
bacon.
people with a meal, but 3 of them didn't actually
all it
have
was
food.
was a,
Yeah.
That's
all
what they did.
All it was a pizza with like cheeseburgers on top.
Yep.
That's all
First
it
one I
was.
ever saw was the fast food lasagna. Where they
Oh, that
got
was
like
good.
45
Yeah.
burgers.
Yeah, that was-
because that was ridiculously out of reach, but actually it was something you could make yourself.
Yeah.
Because McDonald's sold them a cup of Big Mac sauce,
Yeah.
which they will do. They're a business.
Well,
They're apart from anything, they're a kitchen. If they have the ability to make the food you want, they will make the food.
Yeah.
Oh,
How it works.
Big Mac sauce, right? I don't. It was Alicia that told me this because she works for Big M. The only for a little while.
I believe it.
The
I don't, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you'd lie about.
Here's the thing: the Big Mac sauce people tend to ask for no pickles with Big Mac.
Yeah.
Big Mac sauce is
Got pickle in
pickle
it.
sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was.
And like
It always tastes like a really
sauce.
vinegary burger sauce to me.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just,
I swear it's got sweeter.
yeah, probably.
because-
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
sugar.
hated it when I was younger. I hated like, McDonald's burgers. I'd have the chicken or the nuggets, but I hated the burgers, and I particularly hated a Big Mac. But about 2 months ago, it was the like I hadn't eaten one in most of my life, and then about
Every now and then.
2 months ago, no, I didn't fancy one, but we had vouchers
Oh, okay.
for like this and that, and I said to Charlotte, like, I can't remember what it was. I was just like, basically, get me this. They were like, I didn't have it.
You didn't even say please. You're a cunt.
They didn't have it. I got you a Big Mac, and I was like,
And then
oh,
he
don't.
popped a
But
boner
because
just
me
out
and
of
Charlotte, me and Charlotte have been together more than 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And it's never come up that I've ordered or said no, I don't want a Big Mac. So
Yeah.
she just went, oh, I got you the burger they're famous for, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll eat it. And I was like,
Quarter pounder with cheese.
this is not. This is
You know, they call that in
not
France.
bad. This is
Yeah.
sweeter than it used to be. Quite vinegary and
You know what they've done is they've just
Starchy.
laced it with Canderel.
probably yeah.
I'll have to test
Just
this
a whole
to
layer
That
of
verify.
explained why 3 bites in I shit myself.
You've called straight out.
I can't help but wonder.
my own Szechuan sauce.
I can't help but wonder if inadvertently I've made and I popped a boner the new jizzed in my pants.
It's like it's very English like sounding
Yeah,
compared
Pop a
to
boner, yeah.
Pop a boner,
Gonna
yeah.
pop to boner.
Yeah, pop up a boner.
But don't pop a boner up a penguin,
Yeah,
especially not an underage penguin.
exactly.
Or a
Because
corgi.
that's how happy
That's
feet
how,
happens.
that's how you go to prison really quickly.
Yeah, if there's one thing to take away from this episode, that is good advice. Don't
Yeah.
fuck a baby penguin.
Disclaimer, that might not be how Happy Feet was filmed.
Please can Pop a Boner be the title of the episode?
I don't know if I can get away with that in iTunes, but
How
I'll
about
try.
pop a bone?
How about pop
R?
Pop a bone, huh?
Pop a black corgi.
Pop a bone, huh?
Pop a boner.
Covered in
Slipped on my
corgis.
ass.
Slopped on the arse.
Slipped on the ice. There we go.
Yeah.
That works.
Popped a boner.
An
slipped on the
Australian
arse.
slipping on the boner.
Yeah. So we've been going for about an hour, probably just less after I edit. We go for
3
about 4.5 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, you enjoyed
So
basically
I
that
went
bit about
to beach and got married.
Yay.
Blake had the catalogue credits.
Yeah, to make it an hour long.
Those are Horcrux. We knew that.
Yeah.
And Omer's a racist again.
Also,
No, you were good. You were.
I
You
was
behaved
okay.
yourself quite
The
well.
only time
It was
I actually
me,
said a
wasn't
racial
it?
slur was because nobody stopped me. So
Yeah.
I wholly blame, when I go to prison, I'm blaming all of you.
Great,
And I'm sure the
great
magic of
logic.
The only
Don't
time
I swear, officer, I only carried on because nobody stopped me.
I was like, I'm taking all the money out of this till and holding this gun to this woman's
I
head.
kept on
And she
stabbing.
said, just don't hurt me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't worry, Omer. I'm
If she
sure
just
after the
said-
magic of editing, it'll be missing anyway.
If she'd only said don't.
I walked in the bank, I said, stick them up. They didn't say no, so I carried on. I shot 3 police officers because they didn't say don't shoot. He didn't say don't stab me, officer. So I stabbed him. He did not give me consent.
And on that note,
Double negatives don't get anybody in prison.
But they don't not do it either.
You can't not lock me up, officer. I don't want to go down for 3 9 months.
I don't not want to not do that.
They're going to lock me up and not throw away no keys.
this is a tough episode of Midsummer Murders.
Actually, I did it. We swears.
He did. I saw him.
Oh, no, it'd be brilliant because fucking Smeagol would be like, he didn't.
No, we didn't, my love. Yes, we did. No, we didn't, my love. I swear we did.
Can you please decide amongst yourself?
Oh, shit.
Ow, I killed
Those two are the 2-man jury.
Does the jury agree?
Yes, it does. No!
Stop talking. I will speak for
Bloody
us.
hung jury again.
This is 28 cases on the bounce.
This is why Ian McDermott always walks free. And Chris Isaak.
It has control of the
Did not
Senate.
tell him to do it. What a wicked game to play. To make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do.
And you can, of course, own Gollum Sings Hits of the 80s. by watching QVC about 3 a.m. on a Tuesday, I don't know, somewhere near the back.
Yeah. Just after my advert.
Just after the advert for Blake's Red Shirt catalogue, you can find Gollum Sings Hits of the 80s.
Got a license to kill?
You sounded like somebody stapled Kermit's tongue to a wall.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
Is it we?
Yes, it is, precious. We can see it in our eyes. We can see it in our smile. We're all we ever wanted. Precious.
Oh, I'm done.
Right.
Spent.
Okay, that's
All the
cool.
cord.
All the cords. Pop that boner. Anyway, so thank you very much for listening to an episode of the Crazy Train. The number escapes me. I think it's 56. Fucking hell. 56.
That's like 8 in dog years.
Episode 56.
We'd legally be able to not give no consent for not doing things.
Jesus
Don't
Christ.
stab you, me.
I have to leave all the context in now. You realise
Yes.
this? Yeah. Make my job very difficult.
Can I just,
It's as if he does it on purpose.
Yep.
I know.
It's like a key system at the back. You know, at the bottom of a map where you got like the dotted line is a train track.
Yeah.
That's what I do at the end of every episode.
Yeah.
And explain why I'm so fucking twisted.
As long as there's no massive fart this time.
So if
I had 2 massive chicken layers, some bacon and cheese today.
Chicken
so-
Layer, is that a new character?
yeah, it is. Yeah. He's the he works in the office of Doctor fucking Inspector Palpatine, Inspector McDiarmid, and Dr. Colin. What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
I remember when it was a story.
I don't
Aren't
think
you a
we
little
know.
short to bit? I laid an egg.
Oh, fuck. I'll tell you what happened. Life.
Yeah, life did happen. This is what we do. So if you're still with us and you feel so inclined, you can
Pick a
kindly.
spoon up your...
Apart from that, you can rate and review, subscribe, and share on iTunes, Stitcher, Podchaser, and Podbean. We're also on there now. Bean. Podbean.
Teddy, listen to Podbean.
To be honest, some of these services have weird
Sean
names.
Bean. The name's Bean. Sean Bean.
Oh, I'm dead. Also the character.
Pop a bean.
I think he's immortal. Sean Bean.
Well,
Well, he hasn't
I think
died
he's
yet.
got all his deaths. He's rolled all his deaths out.
It's all his
Yeah.
Horcruxes.
yes,
That's
chose
why.
his Horcrux.
Well, technically, you're not wrong. He's not dead yet, mate.
That's true. I really hope we don't come off the
not a
recording
great
and find out
title.
he's died.
Not dead yet.
Yeah.
We're all not dead yet.
Or 2. I'm not dead yet. Unless you count all my characters, in which case, yes, I am.
You didn't say I'm not dead.
That's true. So you can, like I say, you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and Podbean. You can review us on Podchaser. You can find out all about the Britpod scene, a online podcast collective that we're affiliated with. Although for how much longer, I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Filthy stinking hobbits.
Anybody who's on board knows what they're in for by the end. I
Yep.
feel like, and also it's in the description of the show notes, so there you go. So thank you very much for listening. So if you want to connect with us on social media, you can also do so by finding us on Facebook, Emotionally14, Twitter @Emotionally14, and Emotionally14.com is the website where all the magic happens. Guys, where can people find you individually on social media before the next show?
You can find me on Facebook, if you can find me.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I'm on Instagram at Harmer the Appreciator.
The appreciation team.
And you can also find me on Twitter at Fucksakeblake. Blake.
Still happy that's a thing.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Well, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook as well. Find me. Slightly less Omer Ibrahims than there are Blake Harpers, I should imagine.
Maybe.
I am
Right.
on Facebook as Can't Sleep Must Paint, doing my models and a lot of graphic art and stuff now.
Yes.
I'm learning to draw digitally and things
It's
and
lovely.
photoshopping.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mr. Crouch here helping me go. I know every now and again I'll send him like, how do I do this? And he's like, stop being fucking stupid. Click the yellow button and that makes everything go yellow.
All right, but I try my hardest not to phrase it like that.
Yeah,
You fucking dullard.
only the first 50 questions, and then I can just like, oh god, he's at it again. Draw a circle.
You cunting moron.
Yeah, I've got that. So Can't Sleep Must Paint on Facebook, Can't Sleep Must Paint on Instagram. I am also now putting t-shirts of said drawings and bits and bobs on TeePublic, as well as the E14 stuff. I think we're linked in following each other and stuff.
So your designs are also in the Emotionally 14 store.
Okay, I can't add yours to mine yet. We'll have to suss that out.
I can show you how to do
we'll
it.
suss
That's
that.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some nice graphic art and some like simplified doodles
Lovely
and
stuff.
things. That's it. You
All
can
it
also
took was for Crouch to show you how to not be a complete fucking moron.
you can also find me at Buckingham Palace disturbing the corgis.
All right. Joe?
I can't follow
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty much.
I'm on.
What can people follow?
They can follow me on. Nice.
I
You
did
set
that?
me up there.
Yeah.
That was good. You said.
But no, you've said
You
you've set me up. You kind of
Oh, wait, no, I did it.
broken the flow.
I'm on Twitter at It's Joe Crouch. I'm on Instagram at Sour Crouch. I'm on Facebook at Joe Crouch. On this table, Rochester.
Get off the table. Blake wants to have a cereal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him some
Call
milk.
back to end all callbacks right there. That's episode
Yeah, I'd say
1.
that's episode 1.
We
yeah.
call it
Two, maybe.
callbacks.
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 I don't really have any more things I'm on. Pinterest.
Pinterest.
You put a T-shirt on some website.
Yeah,
Where's that?
I collect food stamps and stuff because I'm poor. No, I collect.
That's not how Pinterest works.
I collect recipes.
That's why
we
he
were
hasn't
thinking
eaten.
of his Povertrest.
If you want to follow How I Eat, you can follow How I Eat on Pinterest because How I Eat is on Pinterest because I've put it on Pinterest.
That's usually how that works. Yeah.
I've got 2
Is it
boards.
sideways?
I've got eating and I've got fat eating. If you
All
want to
right.
eat fat, you can look at fat eating. If you want to eat, you can eat on eating.
Just eat.
So how do you eat? Is it sideways?
No.
Widthways.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at
Is it like a
RobWadeVision.
snake?
I'm not telling you until you've experienced it.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RobWadeVision unless Blake objects.
He does.
Blake
Oh, okay.
interrupted someone. The
I know.
jokes keep on getting
It's not me that
misappropriated to wrong
interrupts.
people.
Yeah.
Objection! It was Ian McDermott.
All right. Fair enough.
Erection
It's true, I did.
on the pitch.
Sustained.
I'm also the judge.
How does he
On a
keep
beach.
walking free?
Sandy knob.
We can't decide. No, we can't.
So yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, RobWadeVision. I'm also part of Talk Star Wars. You can find that at Talk Star Wars and talkstarwars.co.uk. So Britpod scene, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I've done
Bean.
those.
Bean.
Podbean,
Bean.
Podchaser,
Bean.
Bean.com.
Bean.
You'll find all about legumes.
Bean spammer. Bean spammer, the lesbian vegan video blog.
Bodkin.
Bob, I'm having a
got
strong.
away from
Call
you.
me a bondulance.
Get him some Bonjela.
Get me a wambulance.
I feel like I'm missing one, but I can't think. Oh no, there was it. As a really quick last thing, we want to give a really cool shout out to a couple called it's Jen, isn't it? Jen and Tom, who made the effort to interact with Brad. That sounds worse than it was.
we all make that effort every now and
For a
again.
bit of background, Brad went to, is it Liverpool Horrorcon?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, to sign copies of his book,
UK17.
North Sea Hunters, available on Amazon.
Do it, Pike,
which you
it's
can
good.
actually, if you go to E14, you can shop through the Amazon
Oh,
widget
awesome.
and
Yeah.
get us a
We
bit of
all
love
get
that
some
way.
pennies.
Yeah, some. No, I'm not saying that. Some pennies. So Brad went up to do some signings, and while he was there, he was approached by Tom and Jen, who asked him, "Are you the Brad off the Crazy Train?" So obviously, yes, he is. So Tom and Jen, thank you so much for doing that.
That's wicked.
I realise, obviously it made Brad very happy. It made me really happy to see it. Somebody else getting, recognised for my hard work is always nice.
Maybe you should write his book for him next time.
And next time I'm in the area, I'll just present my back to you and you can stick a knife right in. Or a spoon up my ass, depending on your preference.
Depending on how much you've actually listened.
Yeah, but anyway, joking aside, really appreciated that. Sorry, Blake, I know it's your thing. Yeah,
God damn it, Chris, get back in
really
there.
appreciated that. Like I say, I know it made Brad really happy. It made me really happy to see it. It was really nice to see people interacting with Emotionally 14 people out and about. Obviously, it kind of derailed Brad's book signing, but at the same time, crazy. That's what we do, fucker.
And also, you've put it right at the end of the podcast. So if they hear they're mentioned on this, they've got to listen to the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, there is that.
Sorry.
That's it. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to The Crazy Train. You just got railed.
In the worst place.
No, the best place, the ears.
The nipple.
Oh, wait, no, that's the terrible thing.
Well, I don't want to
just
get
got railed.
railed.
I did it.
I'm off,
Corgis did it.
I'm off to feed my corgis.
Anyway,
Just the black ones.
you just got railed. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Peace.